Well, welcome everybody. I'm Absurdum. Today I want to just play a little bit of Deconstruction Simulator with you. A special thank you to the people at Playway and Games Incubator for giving me a key to this game. I do enjoy house construction, deconstruction games, and have a fair amount of time in both house flippers. So these kinds of games do interest me, and I was pretty excited to see when this one came out. Oh, that was a loud noise. Pretty excited to see when this game came out, just what it had to offer and what does it really do differently. Because it does do a lot of things differently, and it's pretty cool how much more in depth it is and a lot of features than something like House Flipper. So we'll do a contract or two, talk about it as we play, kind of enjoy it a little bit, and I'll tell you what I like and what I kind of don't like and what I prefer in other games and what I really like that this game does, because this game does do some things that I think are pretty unique and a lot of fun. But here's our warehouse where we have all our jobs and stuff. You can upgrade a lot of stuff. You can get different floor plans, edit them out here. Different types of storage and stuff for things like that for different money is pretty nice. Escape doesn't get you out of this, which is always off-putting to me. It's just habitually hit escape to get out of menus, but that's all right. That's, I guess, more me than them. As you do jobs, you can get new permits and things like this. We got a permit 2 already. I put about 5 hours in this game already, so you can kind of see. I didn't want to just do a video of me just coming in here and like tearing down the most basic, boring jobs and trying to figure out what exactly I was doing. It's things like that. We can buy. I did upgrade the garage so we can get a new car, but unfortunately, they're expensive, and I don't have that kind of money yet. And I think we kind of start with this guy. So getting to this would be really nice. But we'll get into that more here in a second. You can buy upgrades to tools and different things like that. As you can see, I kind of got upgrades to a couple of these things, and they just added, actually today, they just patched it and added some content. This being this guy right here, an exoskeleton, which is kind of nice. It will help you pick up heavier things and be able to move with them. Also lets you sprint, from what I can tell. Which is kind of nice, but it's $3 grand, which doesn't really seem like a lot, but for me right now it is. So that's not on the table quite yet. You can see everything that I have stocked, and we have 2 things here to make money. One, jobs, which should be a little kind of obvious. Different people want different things done. There's little stories about it. Rep that's required. You can see here that I am almost 5 stars because it's just not good, I guess. And we have different types of clients, and this is kind of like a cheat sheet here to like, what are you getting paid for this job? So this job and this job might be the same, but you'll make a little bit more money off of this guy because he's a quality client as opposed to like a common or a poor or whatever might be the case. So what is this job? Perfect. Retrieve the TV, retrieve an armchair, demolish the house, destroy, take everything from house, and we get a bonus if we clean it all up. So this is probably what I'll do, but we only have 1 day to do it. How about this guy? Retrieve these things and then demolish the house. We have 5 days to do it. That's probably a little bit better. Plus we get paid more for it. We will have to pay kind of every day that something takes over. So let's go ahead and take this job, though. I think this is maybe what I want, and it does pay more. Quality client requires tier 2. I have 2 tiers, so that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and accept that. So the other way is orders. One thing that this game does that I think is really, really nice is that it lets you take stuff that you get. You can basically literally deconstruct the whole environment. Take everything back and then store it and then sell it. You'll have here different contracts that people have where they want certain things. It tells you how many they want and how many you have, what they'll pay for it. Fortunately, I don't have enough for that. Or really seen any of these. We'll probably have enough of one of these things. If not, we might be able to, once we go out there, like if we can get a premium sofa, we can make some pretty solid money off of it. Which would be really nice, actually. Anything here? Small, common, light. $10. That doesn't even really seem worth it, to be honest. A premium kitchen drawer. Common door. Okay, so we do have 1 common door. We can go ahead and accept this then. Just to kind of show you. We'll have to pick what kind of truck that we want to rent to have it sent to the client. And obviously, depending on how big the item is, the different size truck we might need. I think we can probably get away with a small capacity. I hope so. Otherwise, this is going to be disappointing and anticlimactic. But bam, there it is, right there. Go ahead, quickly that guy open. Pour out the scanner, make sure I grab the right door. Common door, not Commodore. And then hopefully just be able to shove this guy in here. The game is particular about being able to shut the doors. Luckily we did it. It'd be nice if there was like a button right here. I could just click and send on the way or something. But nope, we'll click this, order complete. Everyone's happy. Perfect. $25 minus the $5, but still not bad. Plus our rating does go up a little bit. So is there anything else? I don't think so. Oh, $14. I mean, it's $9. I'd make $9. Sure. I know. I'll save it and see if we can just get it in a bigger order. I think that might be more worth it. We got a job to do for now. So we have this guy packed up. Anything in here? I don't know. You can see stuff that I've collected from other jobs. I'm just waiting to sell. I don't know what I might need because we can collect pallets of bricks from walls we destroy. I don't know if this house is going to be made of bricks or wood. But I'll need to deconstruct it. But I do know that we'll be back. So for now, let's just head out. We'll have to pay for the gas and use the time that we actually travel out to this place, which is kind of cool. Oh my, it's already deconstructed a little. Let's pull up this out here. Try to get a better idea of what's happening. Make it a little easier to work with if nothing else. Luckily, we don't have to actually pick everything up by one. You can see on the left there as the bag gets full. Once it is full, it'll make me drop it and put it somewhere. I can take it back and I guess recycle it. I'm not really sure why I would, to be perfectly honest. But you can see here if we start popping around. There we go. Like this guy. He is a rare water heater worth $100. So we're going to definitely take him. And for now, I'm just gonna... Where the heck is my truck? That's not my truck. Where's my truck? Oh God, he's all the way over there. Is this 2 properties? Oh, geez. I wasn't really emotionally prepared for that. But I guess that's what happens when you don't really read the job. You just take it. Would it explain, I guess, why it was worth so much money. Okay, so what do we have here? A rare door. And it tells you what it's worth is. Now, you're not going to get the $100. No one's going to pay you full price for that door, but premium stove, we're going to definitely take that. So what I'd like to do at first is just going to come out here and just pretty much throw everything that I'm going to take with me. And you can see the top left there what the contract wants. Kitchen sink, kitchen drawer, corner cabinet, big kitchen cabinet. Anything else, it's not listed as him wanting. It is fair game. I can take it. Which is kind of funny because one time I hired movers to move a house and I was just like, I'm not doing it. So I hired movers to move a house and it was exactly like that. They're like, anything I didn't want, they were like, hey, can I take that? I was like, yeah, sure. They're like, awesome. And most of it was pretty decent, reasonable stuff, but there were some things that are just like, hey, you don't want this, I'll take it. I'm like, okay. So here is the actual like mini part of the game. If you've played something like House Flipper, you've played something probably just like this, where you're most likely putting things together. I think House Flipper 2, if I remember correctly, has a deconstruction part of it too, but you pretty much get the gist. Now, if this wasn't a requirement for the job for him to take this with him, I could just break this with a hammer and clean it up and call it a day. Or I could take it back with me and try to sell it in my shop, which is, you know, a little more obviously how you get money. But I think this aspect of the game is really, really interesting. Because especially for jobs, they want you to demolish a house. There was an option there to rent like a wrecking ball. Though, I'm not going to do that. Because one, it's usually costs more than the actual price. And two, while it sounds fun, I don't feel like that's going to actually be maybe the best efficient way to go about doing it. It's actually really, really easy to tear down a house in this game. Or any structure, really. In real life, I'm sure it's much easier to use a wrecking ball. But in this game, you can just like knock out a stone and the whole wall comes down. And then if you knock out enough walls, everything comes crashing down. So it's pretty easy. How come this fan's bigger than mine? Look at that. I can even walk into it. This is what I need. What? Is that not what you wanted? Kitchen wall display cabinet. Oh, no. It's not. I just assumed because it was premium and something. Cool. We're taking it then. Hell yeah. So I'm just going to make a pile of stuff that I want. And then we'll probably do a couple trips back and forth. Premium table. He doesn't want this either? It's all scuffed up, but somebody will take it. Let's see. So one thing that I don't really care for that I think the game needs adjusted, and maybe it will in time, is sometimes like, we'll see it eventually, I'll do drawers. And like when I unscrew one and then go do the other side, it like resets my whole like view. So I'm constantly kind of going back and forth. That doesn't make a lot of sense what I'm saying. It might not, then I'll point it out when it happens. But like, this is fine. Like, this is acceptable. Like me having to move it on myself. But to be perfectly honest, even if it was a, like, just showing me where the next spot is, that would be preferable in my head, because that's incredibly lazy. However, this is a video game, and I'm playing it to have a relaxing time. These simulator games to me are kind of just like, turn your brain off, do something kind of enjoyable, get something for it, build up your company, build up your reputation or whatever, grind a little bit, but it's I'm not sitting here to actually work. If I wanted to actually work, I would go start my own company doing this. Perfect, that's what I thought. I'll throw it in there to make sure. If it yells at me, then it's not something he wanted. So, like, make it simple. Make the UI simple. And it is simple, but, like, make it so it just shows me the next place to unscrew. Just kick the camera over to it. Who cares? That's fine by me. Like right there, the camera kind of auto-adjusted. I think that's fine. Do that more. Like zoom the camera in all the way into the screw that I need, so I can just click it, not think about it. I think that would be absolutely wonderful. Is that this whole thing? It's all the way up there. Okay. And I get it. It sounds really lazy, but like Absurdum, you can't bother just like rearranging the camera, or at least having an option. So if someone really wants to be able to maneuver the camera, and it's not that awkward to do so. Sometimes it's really awkward in video games to do stuff like that. Then sure, have it be an option. I kind of checked to see if it was like an accessibility thing. It's not, which is very unfortunate, because that would have even been nice. But I think that's something that they could, probably easily implement. But like that. Why set the camera here? Why not just immediately turn to this? Let me unscrew it. Games like both those screws are out. Automatically have it kick over to here. Like I said, it's very lazy. But I think it would be really nice. But that's kind of like the majority of my complaints of this game. Is that, it's small stuff like that. Is it a big deal to have to do it? Absolutely not. Of course not. Let's go take these guys. The only other complaint is that maybe it's not doing enough distinctive new things that you're not going to get from like something like House Flipper. But I'm not flipping houses, and I do like that, because that game already exists. I am just doing deconstruction jobs, trying to get my way up. There was a pseudo like story of how I got into this mess, more or less, to say at the beginning of the tutorial, which I'm sure you can skip, but it was interesting, I guess. And some voice acting wasn't terrible by any means. Ooh, let's come over here. What else we got up here? What do you got? Oh, we just take you? Cool. But this deconstructing and then like taking the items and then trying to sell them individually is pretty cool. I do like the order system, but I also think there should be a system that I can just individually sell things if I really wanted to, without having to take like a huge loss to it. That would be kind of nice. But right now, as far as I can tell, the only way like I can take this premium box of whatever and sell it is if there's somebody specifically wanting it on the order market, which is fine. But also at the same time, like I got a lot of stuff in there. I'm running out of space, so either now I need to throw it out, which is not what I want to do, or buy more storage for it, which might not be an option either. So why not let me just sell things, even if it's at like 10% of the cost, just wholesale it, sell it to somebody, take that loss, but still get something for my trouble. That's maybe another complaint I have about this game is I should be able just to kind of open market sell it to somebody. I think that'd be nice. Like I said, my complaints about this game are few and far between, and they're good and probably come off as pretty nitpicky. Because overall, I really am enjoying this game. I think there's a lot of fun things to do on it. If you just want to sit and listen to a podcast or watch somebody else play something on YouTube, like your favorite YouTuber or Absurdum, I can't even say that with a straight face, then this is great, right? You just sit back, relax, have something play in the background, maybe some music, have a nice solid drink of whatever your choice is, and really just enjoy it, you know? I think that's where games like these really excel. It's one of my favorite games in what I would include as this genre is like Hard Space Shipwreck, or, you know, these kind of little mini puzzles, how you're going to take things apart and put them together and make it work. And it's just a lot of fun. What kind of door is this? Rare? Okay. And see, this is where it confuses me, because if you do this, and I click that off, bam, it automatically zooms me into the next spot. And that's really, really nice. So I don't know if it's just something they haven't fully implemented to everything or not. Take this door. I'll be out of the way now too. Or what exactly the plan is. But if I could have that on everything, that'd be lovely. And these people are putting updates out pretty regularly. Like I said, they're putting an update out today to add some new content. Nothing super huge, but also something pretty cool. I'm not going to take this because it's $60. So I'll probably get half of that on a good customer. Same with this. This is a common toaster. It's a common kettle. I'm not going to worry about it. These premium drawers, on the other hand, are actually a requirement. So definitely going to take them. But even if they weren't a requirement, I would still be taking them. But like, understand. It would be really great if these things kind of showed up. And just clicking them doesn't make them go to the next one. But I don't know. Whatever. That guy, come on, wiggle it. There we go. I bought an upgrade to this ply. I don't know what that kind of tool is. And it's so much nicer than the first one. Same with the screwdriver. It's taking like twice as long. But yeah, they are upgrading this, and it's pretty nice. Because I think the previous upgrade from this one was a week or maybe two before they added stuff. So like, they're not huge updates like every week. But with this genre of game, I feel like you often have to worry about how often something is getting upgraded. Updated, I should say. Wait, how do I get in there? Jerks. Don't worry about that. That's fine. No? Yes? No? Okay. I guess we just crawl underneath the floor. How'd they put it together? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, over here? Yep. Okay. You've never been like underneath your cabinets or something like that, or like seen what's underneath your floor? It's disgusting. I can only imagine what that space would look like. All right, let's go ahead, shove. Perfect. There we go. Very nice. So yeah, the first part of it's gonna seem a lot like this, where slowly just deconstructing things. I like to store things up and then just kind of take them back and forth, whatever I find that's worth taking. I can see why this has a... Take me over there. Yeah. I can see why this job has 5 days, though. If it's going to be 2 different buildings, and it does appear as if it's going to be 2 different buildings, then there's going to be a lot of stuff to go through. Now, a majority of this stuff, I am almost certainly just going to leave. Tear down, throw it into a bag, call it a day. But when it comes to high value items like this, those. But you can tear down all kinds of stuff. I haven't found a way to like rip up the floors, which might seem like a strange thing to say. But you really can like rip up everything. I can tear down the walls and like pull the joists and beams out of them. It's kind of intense. And then like resell those, or even like the drywall. I can rip it out and resell. And it's like, never really thought that would be necessary. And this house does seem to be wood from what I can tell from the hole behind this cabinet. Come on. There you go. Click, 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 click. Game done right. Click, click, click. It's ours. All right. That's probably the majority of what I want from here. Some of the stuff I'm going to tear down just so you can see the process in the game. Like this window, I can just rip out this window. It's a common window. No one's going to care about it. I might be able to sell it, but let's go ahead and click on it. You see those yellow areas? That's my sign. I'll just crowbar it, as you do, you know. And this, like right here, it automatically takes you to the next spot. Perfect. You need way more of that in this game. Pick it up. It's mine. I'm going to bring it over here and sell it just because I took the effort to actually do that. Not because I actually really want it or because I think anyone's going to really want it. Sometimes you can find like nicer windows and stuff like that. That's great. Not today. I can pull down these things and sell them. I can pull up the stairs and sell those. I can pull up the boards out of here and sell them. Yep, that's a thing. Missing BP terrace board component. Yep. Okay. They'll name it eventually. Don't worry about it. Wardrobe common. Don't care. So yeah, it's good. Ooh. This guy's not common. Band common. Common art. Common blinds. A rare armchair. Okay. Common dresser. I actually do want this chair because I think somebody wants it. Yeah, we'll take this. Yeah. This house is probably almost certainly made out of wood too, then I would assume. That's that right there. And that's kind of what I was waiting to see. Is this made out of wood? Because if so, okay, fine, whatever. If it's not, then I was going to go and buy some pallets to take bricks home. Because bricks usually sell well, and there's usually a lot of people on contracts that want them. Let's go ahead and take this guy home. Yeah, this will be nice. I'm excited because I kind of just very recently got these like tier 2 contracts. So I'm starting to find like better stuff to like dismantle and take home and try to sell, which feels real good. One of my complaints about this game is that it doesn't feel like, especially in the tier 1, and it probably gets a lot better as you go higher. I can't say because I just haven't done it. It doesn't feel like I'm doing things for a lot of money. Like, yeah, I'm picking this job up here for $1,000. It's the most expensive job I've seen. Most of these jobs are like 100, 200 bucks. This is like, is that really like 3 days worth of work? Maybe? I don't know. But then it's like $2,000 to buy a new screwdriver. So that's what's like, that's what's weird to me. So like the money and stuff seems to be in my head, needs to be a bit more balanced, but maybe not. Maybe I just haven't gotten there. Or, you know, since I'm not actually paying employees or myself, or like, you have fees that you have to pay for the warehouse, but it's really not that much. Maybe that's just their way of just keeping it balanced, so you don't immediately make 10 grand and you're like, okay, I'm bored because I bought everything and now there's nothing to really do. You're gonna just keep doing jobs, and that's almost certainly the case because that's the only thing that most reasonably makes sense to me, at least. Take that, perfect. But the money does seemed a little off, at least. Okay, we'll take those. Those things were full. Who cares? You floating? Okay. Black magic. I knew it. All right. So we did everything in the kitchen. As you can see on the left, we hit tab and get a full breakdown of what it is we need to do, which is really nice because $500 of this contract is really just not leaving a mess. We'll get like $100 from this, which is great. When we demolish everything, we'll get that. Neighbor from out. Okay, so we don't need to demolish his house. We're just destroying this guy's neighbor's house and parked over there because reasons. None. Okay, it's straight up telling me don't do it. Okay, good. That's going to be... Well, then we could probably clear this up in a day, maybe two. It's kind of weird. Oh, just a windmill. It's like, what was that I just saw? Okay. What kind of door are you? A rare door? Okay. Doors are real easy to take out, so just do that. Check out that ceiling fan, too. That could be a nice ceiling fan. It's not that when the camera doesn't adjust for you that it's annoying or hard. It's just one of those things when you do it over and over again. It would be really nice if you didn't have to do it over and over again. Maybe that's a better way to set up my complaint or my argument. What else we got? We got you. You're rare. Coming with us. I like that you can click on it and see what needs done. Kind of inspection is really, really nice. We'll take those. Rip that right on out. Somebody's going to want to buy this. That'll be nice. Very, very nice. What else we got? I don't think anything else was really that exciting. Premium ceiling fan. Okay, that changes everything. It's only $80 for a premium ceiling fan, which is kind of actually a little disappointing. But premium items come to premium jobs, I think, so that will be nice. So I got things. I gotta get bigger truck. I don't think there's any way to like hire people to like move things for you or do jobs for you, which is something I really liked when we did recycling simulator. I thought that was really, really cool how you could have people kind of go out just automatically do the jobs, certain jobs for you. They wouldn't do it as well, you know, whatever, but it was a way to make you feel like that it was an actual company full of people and not just you. Oh, hell yeah. Grinding it out by yourself. It made it feel more like a job, and then it let you focus on other bigger things. So I'd like to see something like that in this. You know, even if it's just an automated thing behind the scenes where you watch someone like weirdly, strangely walk because they're not animated that well. That's a different chair. Well, that's the armchair, right? That's the chair. Just walk out, disappear, and then random job is quote unquote being done. And, you know, maybe it doesn't get done super great because you didn't do it, or, you know, whatever. Maybe it's you hire better people and then they get better ratings. Like, I think that would be completely reasonable. They take a cut of it, you know, stuff like that. But some way to make it feel like the company's actually just growing and it's not just you doing whatever would be pretty nice. I think we're kind of at the part where we might just start shoving things in the van and or just ripping down walls. I said, nothing wrong with this guy. She's just not worth taking back. It's not worth trying to take that all apart and shove it in there. I mean, you can, of course, like really go and min-max it, right? But I don't think it's really that worth it. So I want to rip apart. Nope. Can I just move you? No? Okay. Dismantle is my only option. Damn. All right, let's go ahead and just rip open this wall. Because, you know, this is, if you didn't know this, it's just this easy to take your wall apart. Bam. So yeah, we can take this drywall. It's common wall, $20, but you can stack it in your van really easily, so it's like not a bad idea, I think. Bricks, I feel like, stack really well, and they stack well in your van too, so they sell pretty decently. I think those are really worth it. Unfortunately, with walls, you can only like carry one at a time. When it comes to like beams and stuff, you can carry a pretty impressive amount. Even the bricks, honestly, is a lot more bricks than I feel like I could physically pick up and carry around. You know, I also don't tear things apart for a living, so just knock all those out. Junk. Then, here, we'll just pick it up. There we go, so we can actually see what we're doing. And, yeah, of course, all you do is just run a saw across it. Kicks you over to the next one, which is real nice. And, of course, you can buy better saws so they go faster, but I don't feel like this really takes a long time. And then, you know, you just grab them. I don't know anything about, like, building or unbuilding houses. I don't know if this is, like, a legitimate thing that people actually do. Like, recycle or upcycle materials. I imagine it could be. Oops. Take that. Just take all these. And yeah, you can do that with the walls. It's just, it's pretty nice. Throw them all down there. We'll take them with us later. We can shove those into the corner of the van pretty easily, so I'm not too worried about that. Or, you know, if you're really just tired of it all, you just start beating things with a hammer. Which, you know, is what I like to do. What's nice is if you just get that corner there, pop them over here, that corner there, whole thing just falls down. Like I mentioned earlier, it is easy to rip down walls in this game. And this isn't like some special upgraded hammer. This is, I think, like the basic one. Or, you know, maybe at the end of the tutorial they have you upgrade it like one level. Get the hell out of here. And then the roof just comes down on its own, you know? Don't worry about it crashing on you, it doesn't matter. And yeah, I like that. part of me was like, you know what? It shouldn't matter if the roof collapses on you. And then I was like, no, it shouldn't. I immediately thought about it. I was like, nah, I don't like that at all, actually. I love the fact that you can just do this, let the house fall onto you. I love the fact that you can just knock everything down like this. And then just click of a button, throw it all in a trash bag, and it's fine, right? Like, we don't need to make this crazy. Oops, broke that. Oh, well. Gonna break eventually. So yeah, if you like really like precision target there, you can knock these out real quick. There we go. Wondering why that wasn't coming down. What's up with you? Why aren't you coming down? Oh, because you're right there. All right. Look at the structural integrity of this guy. Wow. I wouldn't have thought that was really a... I wouldn't have thought that was load bearing. What is keeping you up? You? Oh, yep, I guess it was that. So, like, even though I deconstruct things, the things that, like, fall apart, you can still take with you. Like, that's not broken. I can still sell that. Which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice not everything just immediately collapses because I looked at it with a hammer. I was going to say that I looked at it, and I was like, well, I didn't really just look at it. Suppose I did a lot more than that. But yeah, just like that. In what, like 30 minutes, you tear down a house? No big deal. Everyone knows it's just that easy. One guy with a decent sledgehammer. Tear down a whole house in about 30 minutes. Thank God it's not actually that easy. You don't even have to click it, I can just hold it down, which is actually pretty nice. It's small quality of life things like that I think are really nice and actually worth like pointing out. This is the perfect kind of game just to sit back, enjoy a nice drink, listen to something while you do it. And I think that's why these games are so popular for the most part too. Just unwind after work or whatever it might be. Kind of hang out. Just exist. And they're fun too. I like the feeling of like progression. You know, whatever it might be. I think the progression in this game is pretty well balanced, even though, like I said in the very beginning, the money thing seems a little strange, but that's fine. I think it is fine. It's just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes with these games, I'm used to like loaded numbers. Maybe that's kind of what it is too. It's like, oh, you just made $5 grand because you picked up some trash in the yard, and that's how like how House Flipper is. Oh, you painted this wall. Here's 20 grand. Thank you. Just like, what? That's not. Is this like? Is this Polish money? I'm confused. Because sometimes I think in like House Flipper 1 there was like, it was not based off the American dollar, even though it was like trying to look like it was. It's like, all right, no one paid me that much to do this though. Let's see, what else am I missing? And you know what? It does kind of make sense, I guess, that you might make $200 just doing a small job for somebody in a day or two. I guess that is a reasonable amount of money. I don't know. Get out of here. What else do I want? You get out of here. Break you, because I'm not doing anything with you. What else? What else needs broken? You're doing stuff. Those need broken. Okay. And these stairs. What kind of stairs are you? Common. Commonly found in the trash. Get out of here. Nope, wrong button. There we go. So we'll survey what kind of stuff we can bring here, but we can finish this job up today. That'd be pretty awesome. I don't know if I really need to break all this stuff up. So you can see in there in the top left, I have Demolish House. Still got a bit to go there. and then take and destroy all things. Still got a bit there. Just a little boop. Okay, so what other things do we have? Oh, you want pulled out. Okay. I'm not doing that. Let's take some of this wood. It's not going to be worth a lot, but this is one of those jobs. It's like somebody's like, hey, I want 40 planks. And you're just like, oh my God. No one comes by and just wants like one plank, you know? It's not, they never want just one. So we're going to take them. We should probably really make it worth it. And they stack up pretty nicely in the storage, so. Beams of various lengths. I don't know if I'll take all of them, but I think it's just as easy to pick them up and throw them in the van as it is to like demolish them with a hammer and put them into an imaginary, into like an imaginary bag that of holding. It's weird. The whole time, like the 5 hours of this game, I never once saw something like that. Just randomly floating stuff. I was really impressed with the physics of the buildings and how they would fall apart if they weren't supporting stuff, and how easily you could knock things out. I was really impressed. And then, of course, the second I start playing it, recording it for you guys, and we see it like 3 times in one house. Okay, so the numbers on the left for demolishing and taking items doesn't seem to be changing at all from picking up this stuff, which tells me that I don't really need to be picking it all up. Switch to the hands. There we go. And I think this will be a 2-day job just because we'll have to spend so much time driving back and forth to unload my tiny little van there. That's really going to be the kicker. Majority of this job is just going to be driving. But on the side note, though, I'm not sure it's really worth it to spend the X amount of money a day, quote unquote. I don't remember what they called it, like rent or something weird like that, lot fees, or just to get like $20 worth of wood back home or something like that. Especially if I don't even have room for it. But we'll see. I mean, it's not like it's real money or somebody's livelihood, so if I don't make the most amount of money possible, then, well, it's not really the end of the world. That's my one, like, downfall with some of these types of games, is I'm just like, I need to do everything perfectly. That was one of my big issues with Shipbreaker. I was just like, no, I need every piece of everything. It's one big puzzle. I need to do it right. One thing that this game does that I like a lot is you don't actually have to get every single piece of something to get 100%. It does round down a little bit for you. So, see, I'm at 93%. Each one of these gets me about 1%. Bam, there's 100% even though there's some left. That's really, really nice because sometimes in these games it's like you missed one, like a random piece of screw and you didn't get 100%. Nope, not here. They're like, you know what? We'll give you some wiggle room. Still call it 100%. I do enjoy that very much. Take or destroy items from house. What is it you want me to take exactly? I'm confused because I'm nowhere close on that. So I wonder if it's just like the items I have sitting on that other yard. Because it must be. It's all I can think of. But we'll start loading stuff up and find out, I guess. Also, do I need to do anything with this? No. Maybe. I might. Okay. So let's start packing stuff up. What do I want to try to get home first? It would be easiest to throw just a bunch of these guys in here. It's getting pretty late, so I don't think we're going to get it all home today, though. There we go. Door shut. Perfect. It's nothing worse than getting a bunch of stuff in there than something's like 1 centimeter too close to the door, and it will let you know. It will not be kind about it. And now you have to pull everything back out. You can rotate stuff to make it fit a little bit better if you can't get the angle you want. You can also take the whole thing and just like rotate it whatever way you might want. Not so easy to see with this because they're just planks of wood, but like this guy, if you want to like rotate him sideways and stuff, you can do that. Get a majority of this stuff in there. And then see what we can kind of shove on top. I'd imagine once I get some of this stuff back to like the warehouse, it's going to be like, okay, that's perfect. That's what we wanted. I'll start getting some credit, hopefully. Unless it really does want me to take stuff from that house, but I would be very surprised. Also, I don't understand the farm like animals that I'm hearing in the background. I guess I'm just supposed to be out in like the country. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you shut it a couple times, so that's enough to like please it. And then sometimes that happens. Okay. Perfect. Are you in there? I'm not that guy that needs to pack everything just right in a car for like a trip. But the fact that like I can't do better with this kind of I was like, I want to stack boxes better. I just know I could get one more thing in that trip. And even though that would make 0 difference to me in any fashion, it would be kind of nice. Sir. There we go. Alright, still succeeding there. Let's see if we can slide some of these guys up top here. Okay, I don't. Sometimes it's like, yeah, you got this. It's green. Go for it. And then you try to, and it's like, never mind. We were kidding. No, screw you then. We'll grab the doors. Doors. Okay, never mind. Doors. Or also, just a joke. I was just joking. Window? Something's gonna have to want to go in there, right? Why are you only rotating like that? Why can I not rotate you a different way? Okay. Well, that's great. Maybe it's you. Yeah, like that. I don't. Oh, you son of a bitch. I see you wiggling out there. No, see, it pushed it in, though. Perfect. All right, let's get the hell out of here. We'll go back. We'll unload some stuff. These jerks. These jerks, I tell you. That noise is, strangely enough, very loud. So things that are like kind of prepackaged like this will go on here. Perfect. Get some nice premium stuff. We're going to need more space. See, this is what I'm saying. I just kind of things here that I don't really want. Like, no one's, and you can't just leave stuff on the floor. No. That's a big problem. Like this guy. Like, I don't understand if the water heater really needs its own spot there, but okay. Who am I to argue? So hopefully we can sell some of this stuff just to make room for other stuff. It'd be really phenomenal. I could buy more racks, make room for it. I can do that. That's the thing. Like, I'm not limited to the space we could improve. But, like, that whole thing apparently is full. And... no, it's not full. I don't know. There's some type of logic to where they go. I don't know. I just click buttons until it goes away, because I didn't come here to think. I do know that I apparently need to sell a lot of this wood. I can just pick it up and throw it in like this just recycling area. If you don't want something, you don't have room for it or change your mind or whatever, that's where it goes. And then you don't get fined a penalty from the safety commission or whatever it is. If you leave it out here, then I don't really know what happens. I assume they throw it away and then fine you. It's like, oh my lord. We pulled back a lot more wood than I realized. Could you imagine if I would have pulled each like wall apart? Like if that's your type of, if that's your go-to thing and you want to do that in this game, more power to you. I think that's spectacular. That's not for me though. And I think all you're really going to get is what? A bunch more extra wood and then some like drywall to throw somewhere? Oof. That's not making you good money. I don't know if there's like premium drywall that you could be pulling off these walls, but so far all I've seen is just like common stuff. It's like, ugh. You're not making a fortune. You might be buying yourself some instant ramen without money later, but that's, you know, if you're struggling to get by. See, I don't understand why some of these go here and someone go. They're the same thing bought twice, as far as I understand. I remember correctly when I bought them. Cool, cool. But you know how these games are. Bit of monotony here and there. It's only monotonous if you don't like it. Okay, we'll go back this way. Okay, well, really? Okay, well, this is how you throw stuff away you don't want, I guess. Yep, just like that. You pick it up and leave it somewhere else. It yells at you. What do we have here? Premium ceiling fan. It wasn't really worth that much, despite being premium. Let's go ahead and pop in here. I don't know if we have enough time to actually like go back. Let's see. Rare client. It actually like lights up if you have enough, which is pretty cool. Kitchen sink. We had one of those. They had a premium kitchen sink cabinet, I think. They wouldn't let me take it. Door. I just want to see if I can sell something. Just to get rid of stuff. Just to have more room for things. Huge round ceiling fan. 14 bucks. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Even if it is just common. All right, let's see if we can get back out there. I don't know what time it kicks you out. I don't remember. Unsafely stored. Winning storage. What? I don't know. Let's just shuffle things in there. It's gonna be an issue because I don't space for some of the stuff, I think. I do for that oven, I believe. This window I only took just to show you what it looks like. What? That was 100%? Okay. I'll take your word for it. I do like that you can kind of like creatively stack things in here though. Not quite. It's not going to let me do that. It would let me do that if there was just the room over there. I think it wants to pop up green. Oh, that's not shutting. Okay. Demolish house. Here it says 100%. There in the top left, it says 1 out of 2. So I'm not sure what that wants from me. Okay, well, let's take these things back because it doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, I know. I know it's nighttime. That's it telling me to end the day. I don't think it's going to let me even do it. Yeah, it's just like, nope, time has stopped. What things are unsafely stored? That's some baloney. It's in the recycle area where it belongs. All right, well, guess it doesn't matter. House rent, the fuel that we used. There's my expenses. The orders we completed, made 64 bucks, all in all. And then it just immediately throws you right back in here. right where you were stating. Don't ask questions. Let's go ahead and take a look to see if we can sell any of these things. Quality client for this, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. What else we got? Okay, cool. Well, at least we'll make some decent money with this then. 161 days is pretty nice. The ceiling fan and the premium door. I don't even need a big truck for that. We can maximize our profits. Do you recommend pulling out the scanner just so you can double check to make sure you're grabbing the right thing? Premium ceiling fan. The crown next to it tells you that it's this amount. If it's blue, it's like a rare. Premium door. So it's nice to have that kind of help with the color coding and stuff. It says 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1, 3 days for that. Give him that $160. It's a fair amount. Pretty happy with that amount of money. Wardrobe, I wish I had it. Rare chairs, we are about to come into some of those, I think. I didn't check all of these. Rare TV. It's not bad. It would be nice if I could sort these. It could be nice if it would give me more info, I guess, too. It does give me all the info. Never mind, I didn't look that hard. Or even just like right here, if it said that, like, I have 1 out of 2 items. Just 1 out of 2 right there, so I don't have to click it. I just know I don't have it all. That would be pretty nice. There's just some small quality of life things that I think would go really far, and they would add up really quickly. We'll take this premium door for 75 bucks, sure. Why not? Just small things. Just small things that can be added really quickly, and I think would really help make this game shine. Just something that I think some good playtesters would do for you. Some feedback. But you know what? That's part of the reason why they gave me the key, though, too. So you can tell me about the game. Or I can tell you about the game. Or both. Who knows anymore, really. And so I can hopefully get some output out there about what I think and what I'd like to see. Because I do play, even though my channel mostly only has 1 or 2 types of games, I do play a large variety of PC games. Small indie games, things like that I really do enjoy. All right. Let's go back there and finish that job. Nope, wrong door. Oh, wait. There's stuff in here. Perfect. I might have forgotten that part. That would have been really embarrassing if I drove all the way out there and like opened this door and it was like, ah, crap. See, now I don't have a place to put this stuff. Because I have things I don't really want. And that's going to be a big no-no there. That is against OSHA. Don't you dare go against OSHA. Do I want this common toilet? Do I want this rare chair? Rare, common fridge, 60 bucks. Let's go ahead and throw that out. I don't think that's going to be worth it. It's almost like faster just to pick it up and move it over and over again, which is kind of funny. Common stove, 50 bucks. All right. Yeah, that's way faster. Must be why they added the exoskeleton. Like, this chair is not really great either, but it's a premium chair. It's 100 bucks, and it's actually worth more than that stove. Rare, premium fridge. Like, if it's not... It's 100 bucks, but I don't think I want common toilet. Not when I have premium toilet or rare toilet that somebody might want. You gotta think about these things. Also, some slight back music would be kind of nice. You know, you can always turn it off. Especially if you want people to, like, make videos of it. Like, having this just dead silence in the background is kind of eerie. You know, if I was listening to something while playing this just by myself, it's fine. Because I watch other stuff. But just having it sit here when people are trying to make videos is kind of weird. Alright, put that wall in there. You shut. Nope. See that? This is why I need a bigger truck. Among many other things. Come on, guy. Come on, guy. put all the flat things in first, because that just seems like the most reasonable way to go about doing it. Come on. Sure. I feel like this is not going to work out the way I want, but let's find out. It's a little bit better. My dad, every time we pack up to go on vacation somewhere, he's like, hold up. Load everything perfectly. And like, I don't understand why I can't just have it like drop on top of this. Like, why is that gotta be a thing? I'm not sure I care enough about one premium chair. I mean, kind of do, I guess. But I know I don't have the space for it either, so there's that. Why does it say 1 out of 2? 1 out of 1. Out of 1, 100%. Okay. 2. I don't know. I'm just worried that it's not going to give me credit for it. Even though it says it's going to give me credit for it. Oh, I saw you for a second. Don't do this to me, baby. Oh god, it's like trying to place a grenade in XCOM. Pixel perfect. There. I don't know why that wasn't an option before, but I'm going to take it. Because we've been playing this for about an hour. Oh god, that's loud. We've been playing this for about an hour. That's one thing I think needs kind of fixed. I don't know. It doesn't matter if my car's empty or not. You noticed that when I loaded the game, just makes that noise. I don't know if it's like dropping the truck in and hitting the ground and making that. I don't know why we're so loud. It is loud and startling, especially once again, no background music. Kind of notice it even more. Yeah, we've been enjoying this for about an hour. If you made it this far in the video, I don't know if people actually make it this far in these quick looks that I do, where I try to showcase games. Because I assume by this point, either you're interested, or more likely the case, you're like, yeah, I don't know, this game's like, it's weird to me. And then you've watched something else. But I imagine there's at least one person that makes it this far. My quick look videos are fun, and I think they're really fun to do, and I like showing off things to people. But I don't think they really get a lot of attention some of the times. It depends the game. Some games do. But, let's see. Any new orders that I can do? I don't think so. I don't think I, like, found that one thing I was looking for. Which is fine. You know, they'll refresh tomorrow or whatever. But we can click on this contract. See that we could rent this for $600, but it's like, I don't think we need to do that. This looks like it's all done. So we'll complete it. Send out the bill. We'll get it tomorrow when we get paid. We'll get paid at end of day, really. But $900 is a lot of money for us, so that feels nice. I'm not sure what this plus plus means. I don't know if there's some type of skills that we can use later, or what, I don't know. But plus plus, great, reliable job, fantastic, 5 stars. They're happy with us. Could take a new job. For now, this is where I'm going to end it. I want to thank everyone for coming out. This game is a lot of fun. I do recommend checking it out. I don't know, you know, how a lot of people feel about these games. Oh, there's some people who made the ship graveyard? Really? Oh, that's cool. That or they're just advertising for them. That's a game that did look interesting to me too one time. But anyways, this game is a lot of fun. I do recommend checking it out if you're into these kinds of games, if you like things like House Flipper. It does not play on like the Steam Deck like House Flipper and stuff does. I know that because my girlfriend tried to play this on the Steam Deck. She's like, it's not really doing it, which is a bummer. I think that's maybe like my 3rd or 4th point that I think the developers are trying to work out. But that's something that's usually on the back burner for developers. They want to get the game working. They want to get things added to it and stuff like that. But if they could get it to play well on the Steam Deck, or just anybody who wants to play it with a controller, I think that would do great stuff for it. I think that's something that would really open up the game to a lot of people, and PC developers don't always either have the ability to do that or maybe give it enough credence. But lately, if a game plays on the Steam Deck well, I'm way more interested in buying it. I'm way more likely to buy it. So I think that's something that would be really good. And it's one of the things that I think House Flipper really brings to the table that a lot of these simulator games don't, is that it plays really, really well on the Steam Deck. But those are my thoughts. I want to thank everyone for coming out, especially if you made it this far to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got a couple more games to look at. Slowly trying to get to them that I've gotten keys for, so I'm really happy to show them off. But thank you once again to the developers. Recommend checking this game out. It is a lot of fun if you're just looking for something cozy and relaxing to do. This game's pretty decent. I really do like it. Is it going to be on par with something like House Flipper if you're looking for that kind of stuff? No. Is it good? Yes. Is it potentially going to get there? I think so. Absolutely. If they keep putting updates to it, adding more stuff, they do these small quality of life tweaks, I could definitely see this game being right up there with House Flipper. And I think that's pretty exciting. Please take care of yourself. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.